Yeah, you can start at any time. What's your name and then where you're from
Yeah.
and then your connection with this place?
Yeah, yeah,
Or you're concerned about the Aboriginal issues?
yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep, yep. My name is Mulla. I'm from Adelaide, from the South Australia, from the Ngarrindjeri Nation, and that's where I was born on the Aboriginal reservation down there called Rauken, and yeah, so that's that. And that my connection to this place. I was here in the early days when he was fighting the police and that here. That was for an issue of land rights at that time.
I mean 1972?
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
Almost 50 years ago.
Yeah. I'm 71 now, so.
At that time you were here? At 1972 you've been here?
Yes, I was here.
I see,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, that's when it first sort of erupted with the police and that was just fighting, you know.
Yeah, at that time the land issue.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But now the issue is us, human rights, you know, because our people are getting dying 20 years earlier, 15 to 20 years earlier because of the medical conditions.
Yeah.
We got police, the government is killing our people within their prisons. They say they're committing suicide, but they're not. They're getting murdered. The police are murdering the Aboriginal people in their own homes, just walking in and shooting them. And we've got to put a stop to it, you know. You know, they can't get away with this all the time. So we just got to put a stop to it. You know? We know that they tried genocide on us in all different forms, you know, when they first come here. Within the first 15 minutes of them landing in 1788, they started killing us. You know? They started killing us then. So, and they're still doing it today. You know? So this land here is the tribal land of the Canberra people. Canberra means, in their language, is meeting place. That's the name of, that's the meaning of Canberra.
Yeah.
That's an Aboriginal name. And there's a lot of issues, health, housing, law and justice. The prisons here is overloaded with our people, and they're getting picked up for nothing, you know. We hardly do anything, and they get jail out of it, and then a lot of our people then die in jail, you know. Especially, I've got a grandson at the moment. He's in a jail in South Australia, Port Augusta. And he got 24 years for a murder, what he didn't do. He wasn't even there. But he got caught up in some his father invited him to a party there. And some incident happened. Three of the young boys went to hospital, one of them died. They blamed my grandson. And he's got 24 years for murder. And it was, it just pissed me off, you know. So this is the law and justice, white man's law and justice. It's shit, you know. It don't work. It don't even work for the white man, you know. They send them to prison to get rehabilitation. They come out and do the same thing, so it don't work. And they want it to work for us, you know. So, you know, it's a hard struggle, I tell you now. We've been bloody struggling from probably day one, you know. When I lived on the Aboriginal reservation, we had to have a permit to get off and then a permit to come back on again, you know. The big white chief was living up on top of the hill watching us, you know. So yeah, we're just a bit fed up to here, you know. We had enough, you know. So it's time to turn around and start hitting back, you know. Because we won't take any more shit from the police or the government or, you know, anyone, you know. So I formed a bike club. It's an Indigenous political club, and 3% we wear on our vests, and called the Black Debt for black debts in custody. And we're 3%, and we make up roughly 3% of the total population in Australia. And yeah, like I said, it's a long battle, and I think it gets too hard for some people at times, and they might just give up, you know. But I'm not going to give up. I won't give up until I die, you know. And then these young folks will take over, you know. They'll take over the fight, you know. They'll fight the same way I'll fight, you know. By any means necessary, you know. We will take back our power and control, you know. So that's what I'm teaching the young fellas, to do that. If we could talk to people, we talk to them. If we have to fight them, we'll fight them, you know. And that's the way we want to work. When I say any means necessary, that's exactly what I mean. Any means necessary, you know. So we're not going to take a backward step anymore, you know. We're not backing away from it. Not the injustices what they put on us in our country, you know. So it's you know, that all the injustices. When you see the prisons, when you see the justice system, as soon as you walk into a court, you're guilty because you're black. You know? So you may as well say, as soon as the police pick you up, you're guilty. You know? And then in the process, up in a place called Yundamu, in the top end of South Australia, the police walked into this Aboriginal person's house. He was only 19, Kumajay Walker, and they shot him dead. And they made out he was still alive, and when they carried him across into the police station, and they locked themselves in the police station, but he was already dead in the house. They shot him dead in his own house. You know? So, you know, we're not going to put up with that shit. You know? They get guns, we'll have to get guns, you know? Because I'm not going to, someone shoot at me, I'm going to shoot back at them, you know? So, that's what I mean, any means necessary. So they pull a knife on me, I'll pull a knife on them. They pull a gun on me, I'll pull a gun on them, you know? So, I'm that way now. I'm cramped up in this little corner with too many of us in there. Now it's time for us to come out. And we're going to come out like an angry fucking dog, you know? And we're going to rip their fucking throats out. You know? That's the way I feel.
Yeah, today,
Pardon?
Today, the day of
Today,
have any significance or special meaning?
Yeah, well today is what the white people call Australian Day. This is the day, the date, they start massacring our people. Massacres, rape, murder, this is what they've done. And they want us to celebrate this? We're not celebrate, we're in mourning for Invasion Day. This is what we call Invasion Day. They invaded and slaughtered us. So we're not celebrating happy times, what they want to do. So we got a redneck group over here, just across the road. Every time we come here for this day, they set up their happy little barbecues over there. That's the rednecks, you know. Mm-hmm. So, and these are politicians, right-wing politicians, you know. So we'll see if they're there when they come down there. We might even go and visit them, you know. So, but this is a day of mourning for us, you know, mourning, and we want change. We want the date changed to another date, you know. We got a lot of support, you know, a lot of support from the lot of white people who do support us, you know, so we can't paint everyone with the same brush as they done with us, you know. So, yeah, this is a really significant day for us, for mourning, you know. You see over there, we got the flag half-mast. That's for the people who died, our ancestors, you know, and the people who helped set this place up, you know. We're a sovereign nation. We never ceded our sovereignty. This land was stolen, you know, and it was just plain and simply stolen, and they don't want to admit that, you know. We should have a truth-telling commission set up, and for all the white people to start coming and tell them the truth on what happened. You know, we know the history, they know the history. We'll tell it, they won't, you know. But we'll tell the history to our kids, to our grandkids, our great-grandkids. So we'll tell them the history of this country, you know, so that we was massacred, you know, and locked on reservations. They was more like prisoner of war camps, you know. That's what they were. You know. Where ours with the Ngarrindjeri people, where I'm from, that we were already there, but they built a fence around us to keep us in. So we couldn't do anything without the white man's permission, you know.
So you still don't have the land rights, all right?
No.
No land rights.
No. Any land what we want, we could buy it. Why should we buy stolen land? You know, you know, we're an accessory to the fact that they stole the land. You know, when you steal a car, say a motor car there, and you could do it up all you like. You know, put a big motor in, big mag wheels in. But when the police get you, no matter what you've done to that car, you've got to give it back to the person you stole it from. You know? So the white people here saying, "Oh, but look what we done to the land." You know, in less than 200 years, they destroyed the river system. In less than 200 fucking years. You know? And it's been here for 60,000 years with us. You know? So it only took them less than 200 to fuck the system up. You know? So they trying to tell us, look what they done to this land. Look what they done here, like a concrete jungle here. You know. So you know, you know, it's just so, just get so angry at times. You know, it's make me so fucking angry that it's, so for anyone to understand me, how angry I get, they've got to walk in my shoes, you know? They've got to walk a mile in my shoes, you know? So, but yeah, so, yeah.
Have you got the message?
That's about all I got to say.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, and power to the people. Thank you.
Thank you.
Aboriginal land always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
Well, January the 26th is Invasion Day. To the Aboriginal people, a day of mourning for our people and our country. That's our country. The fact that the rest of Australians celebrate such a day is the result of the lack of education and in some cases ignorance to the plight of the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people since the commencement of colonisation. We must educate the Australian population to the actual events and facts that took place around Australia and the Torres Strait Islanders in the coronation. The mass killings, rape, murder. You know what a game was for the English when they came? They buried Aboriginal kids up to their necks in the ground, and then they kicked their heads off. So that was a game what the English played. The majority of Australians have been educated to believe that the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people have ceded this country. We never ever ceded sovereignty. We're still a sovereign nation. Black Death is an Aboriginal Indigenous political club in South Australia. And we hope to go nationwide with this club. We are a multicultural group of people consisting of Aboriginal, Filipino, Maori and Moroccan. And any other people who wish to support our cause. So that's anyone here. If you wish to support, you're welcome. Black Death is a political group wanting the Australian government to truly deal with the deaths in custody. And with the deaths in custody, and with that, I'll pass it over to my nephew here and the old uncle to read about the deaths in custody and some of the statistics what we have. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Mark, I'm a Ghana man from Adelaide, and I'm here to discuss Aboriginal deaths in custody. It's a political and social issue in Australia. It rose to promise in the early 1980s with activists campaigning following the death of a 16-year-old John Peter Patt in 1983. Aboriginal deaths in custody from 1980 to 1989 was 110. 110 people. Still, one is enough, but 110, that's too much. 67 were in police care. 39 were in prison, and only four with little children in juvenile. Deaths in custody has continued since 1991. Between 1991 and 2020, there have been at least 437 Indigenous deaths in custody, both in prison and in police care. Custody, sorry. Deaths in police custody between 91 and 2016 was 146, with a 47% attributed accidental death. Most of these happening under police supervision. Shame. A 1996 report prepared for the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Commission reported 96 Aboriginal deaths in custody. In the 7 years following the period examined by the Royal Commission into Aboriginal deaths in custody, with a peak of 22 in 1995. It's a shame.
Shame.
So we truly need justice here. So this land was ours, so it always was, and it always will be. Aboriginal land. Always was. Always will be. Aboriginal land. Always was. Always will be. Aboriginal land. Always was. Always will be.
Thank you.
nothing. If you have not got the courage, the ability and the guts to come and talk to us face to face, you will never have agreement from us and you will never have our country and you can't have it, but we're happy to share it. And all you non-Aboriginal people in the crowd, we pay respect to you and we will share our country with you anytime. So what we got to remember is that these people like talking to suits, lawyers, crap like that. They don't want to talk to us grassroots people. Are we too black for them? We're too moral. One thing they made us do is they educated us.